Marines and Corson carriers. Do all of the North Korean, like, carriers have ATGMs on them? I have some of those, and they also have some of the VTT transported sapper infantrymen, so that'll be interesting to see. But anyhow, they're gonna duel it out. Special aviation here and stuff and such. We'll, here's what we'll do actually. I'm not really sure where they're gonna push in from Jilchang, but I mean, evidently they can only move one tile per turn, so they might fight us over here. In that case, I'm gonna get the air units to do a similar thing. They mostly have infantry over there, so, rocket, and, F4S's go over there. F-16 blocks are going to support this area again, just in the event those MiGs show up. And at Busan, the Special Aviation Regiment and tanks should be able to hold this location. They also have some engineers. Well, yeah, this is good enough. So we'll end the turn here. We have 10 days to cut them off. Yeah, no, just going to capture that last location. So if we're supposed to cut them off, why are they still making an offensive? Oh, and that'll actually end that turn, so that'll be good. So yeah, they'll pull back here. The 16th Armor is going down. Or yeah, so they're bringing the big tanks over to Busan, so that'll be good for us. I'm gonna make another save just because it'll be good to have these turns here. And what I'll do is that they've made this area fairly vulnerable. So we're gonna attack with Abrams and stuff and such to cap them off. And they're moving a troop here. So I think the best scenario, or the best plan here, what do they have? Air attack ways, stuff like that. We have SAM, we have those Hawks here, so that'll be good. I think the best plan for this area is that I'll get the, I'll fight this battle first at Yuchang. If we win it, we should be able to free up the heavy armored battalion, the K1s, and these are K1s. Somebody said they were like KIs. The thing is that like if I zoom up there, that's clearly a 1. Just look at the 1 there and the 110 ones. It's the same thought. So that should free up the K1s, and we can bring them to counter this force along with the stuff that we have over here in Yeondeok, and that'll just wipe out the group. Once these troops are wiped out with their infantry and stuff like that, then I would assume that 16th is going to come in here next turn, and then we can shift our forces there, so then we don't have to fight a big blob of both infantry and tanks. So we'll try that, and over here we're going to make a combined push. We're going to send Marines in with Abram tanks supporting them. Helicopters are going to go in there too. Artillery we can bring 2, though I'm probably not going to use them. The Seahawks are going to stay here just because. Marines are going to defend. We're going to need Phantoms no, we don't even need Phantoms over there. We could bring them. I guess we will. Bring Phantoms to we'll bring fighting Phantoms to support this push. Doesn't look like they actually have any anti-air here too. So in that case, Prowlers are not needed. Hornets will bring in Corsairs definitely for those infantry block. Oh no, the Corsairs can only move 2 turns. Or 2 hexes, that sucks. So, I think that's pretty much it. That's all we can move over there. Can I buy a logistics force for our push here? Maybe that'll be helpful. I think the LAVs come with a few. Yeah, they come with a FOB, so that'll be good enough. Anyhow, let's get Sock Show over with, and we'll move on from there. Really. Oh, and perfect. It's another desert map. 1,400 points to be destroyed here, mostly infantry, no tanks, a few of these ATS things, but a lot of infantry that we're going to have to fight through. Oh, they have a few Strelas. Strela 2s, these things have 30% accuracy, so I'm not worried about them. So here we go. This might actually be the last video, come to think of it, if we manage to just utterly annihilate these guys. So I'm going to hide my LAV here, and I'm actually going to buy can I buy? Yeah, I'm going to buy 2 LAVs just so that, just as a sort of like a safety measure, so that if one of them are taken out, we can still continue this battle. Going from here, we are going to go on the infantry offensive, so I'm going to call in the small teams. And the small infantry are unique because they have a rocket launcher that can fire HE rounds, making them really, really instrumental in clearing out enemy armor. And again, the Abrams didn't show up. Maybe they're just sort of like that, I don't know. So in that case, we're going to buy some helicopters. We have an FOB to supply the helicopters. We're going to get our Hornets and Phantom to stay on alert. I think I'll buy recon infantry. Nah, just start it off like this. So yeah, away we go. So we'll get our guys to camp this location. And we should be able to buy the Navy SEALs shortly. And they actually have a little grenade launcher thing instead of a rocket launcher. So that's kind of cool. So our convoy here is just going to go in, set up here. Hopefully we can capture Delta very, very soon. And get our guys to push into that area, so that'll be good. So let's do this. I'm going to get one of our LAVPTs to control the two roads here, just so that we can counter things coming down there. And we'll get get some of our infantry deployed here. Grab some eyes on this field. Oh, that's where they are. Ooh. Yikes, already found them. Luckily these the LVPTs, they have frag grenade launchers on top of them, so they should actually be able to clear out this infantry blurb to an extent. Our small teams are doing a great job moving through there too. Bringing an ATGM helicopter. It's a little mini ambush, I suppose. Our guys are going to move forward just like that. I'm going to get our scout teams and stuff to push forward here just a little bit. They're going to bring in their ATGM launching things. Try to harass my LAVs, LPTs. This is going to be great. Yeah, we're going to need those Hydra rockets right now. Massive little engagement here. Unfortunately, the small team died. Yeah, those small teams are a little bit vulnerable because they only have 5 people inside them, but they're good infantry troops. I like to use the German version of them inside the multiplayer. I find them really, really helpful there.
What can the infantry do for you, sir?
I'll get my infantry to continue crawling up here. Oh. And this is where we have the Phantoms. The Phantoms can handle the helicopters fairly well, so long as we can see them. The planes can see each other, though. Though the planes still have difficulty seeing the helicopters, to an extent. So they're going to make a few runs here, hopefully take out a few of them. Let's uncap the zone, which is good. And at the very worst, our Hornets also have a few little infrared missile launchers, so we can also bring them in an emergency. But they're much better at taking out land vehicles like that. And that is one little zone cleared up, so that is good. Get recon to move forward, LAVs and or LP. You know, I'm just gonna call them from LAVs from now on. You guys already know what I mean by them. I'll get them to move forward with our troops. Oh, BTRs. Let them fire off their rockets. And those BTRs are carrying their elite infantry. Not so elite in the face of health or Hydra missiles, though. And I legitimately want to see this Navy SEALs team use its grenade launcher. I've yet to see them in action. I've seen these units in multiplayer a few times, but I've never seen them actually use that grenade launcher. I suppose it'd be the same thing as these LVPPs, these amphibious little crafts. I think these Sea Cobras are just pretty much entirely out of ammunition for their good weapon systems, at least. So I think I'll pull them back. Now, in theory, I want to say that our our little APCs are better than they should be able to take out enemy APCs with their little grenade launcher, and it looks like they can. I mean, they're just barraging them. Nice little blurb of enemy troops too over there. So yeah, I mean, I suppose they can. Our guys are just making excellent progress over here, charging forward and just really wrecking these guys. And the best thing is that once we get to those supply trucks, we'll have like pretty much instantaneous resupply. Speaking of resupply, our guys are actually getting their ammunition back really, really fast. I might actually start using these LVTPs in multiplayer, actually. I mean, originally I always found the 10-point units a little bit expensive, but come to think of it, these LVPTs are great because they can actually counter enemy APCs and infantry really, really well. They're a nice supporting unit. I mean, for 15 points too, in multiplayer that's relatively cheap. I mean, in air-land battle, the Bradleys, which are pretty much what I would consider the epitome of infantry support vehicles, cost like 75 points. That's worth like more than some of the tanks. That's actually worth more than a lot of the tanks. I mean, just to give you guys like a comparison, the patterns and the stuff from like the Korean War and the Vietnam War are like 70 points. The T-72 was like 70 points too. So yeah, I mean, it's like crazy expensive. Well, anyhow, we can move into that area fairly easily, and I think I'll just get my troops to advance through there. I'm actually not too worried about these APCs moving through the towns, mainly due to that little grenade launcher. I mean, sure, they'll pick off one or two of them, but those little grenade launchers are just absolutely fantastic. I also like these units in Battlefield 4, actually. I just like to get somebody to drive it on one, like there's this map where you like fight on this giant pond area or lake, I suppose, and it's really, really fun just using the LVPT. I mean, it also functions as a mobile little respawn post inside that game too, so it's kind of neat. But the main thing about it is that you can sort of use the little grenade launcher there to just pummel enemy infantry, and most people inside the game, for whatever reason, they don't seem to realize that somebody is actually manning the cannon on it. So they'll just run around, and that thing will just like bombard them as they sort of run around the little LAV. And these Cobras should have come in here a long time ago. And I see that big blob of infantry that they have there. My two small teams are definitely not going to be able to take. I'll just take out those. Oh, what do we have here? Something is blinking over here. What is that? Is it those like supply trucks? There we go. Now that we can see their elite infantry, we can bombard them with a whole bunch of frag grenades. That is just gonna stun all of them up, which is good. Now I can move up the small teams a little bit, and they'll fry pretty much everything there with their little launchers too. Really, really handy units. And that is that battle. So, pretty good battle. That actually destroys both of their other kois, so that's good. Looks like we did, yeah, quite a little bit of damage. We managed to take out, I don't recall fighting this paradrop deck, but if we didn't, it looks like we managed to take out 14 of their ATGM launchers, quite a lot of their elite infantry. Our losses weren't that bad. It was actually mainly their supply vehicles. We have on this list a few of their supply vehicles too, so that's great. So yeah. I mean, now that area will be support with tanks, so that's good. Oh, and that's the campaign end. Okay, well, that was kind of anticlimactic. You know, I didn't actually get a chance to read that little ending message. I thought it was just like one of those like, good job, you've you've secured the day type of things. So if you guys want to rewind and check it out that message, then go ahead. But I think it would probably be something along those lines. So anyhow, I'll be starting another campaign soon. We're actually going to check out this one, the Pearl of the Orient one, which deals with the United Kingdom, and it's a difficulty hard campaign. Alternatively, I mean, in the comments below, if you guys want to check out the bear versus the dragon, we can also do that too. This is a weird one. It's a medium difficulty one, but it's Red 4 against Red 4. It's China and North Korea, I think, going up against the USSR. So it's kind of weird like that. But if you guys also want to see that one, I don't know. Maybe you guys can decide on one where to do. I don't really want to do this one because it's very hard, and I just dislike the premise of it in general. So I think I'll see you guys then. We'll check out those two campaigns in a little bit. Be sure to like and subscribe as always, and if you would like to support my channel, feel free to actually disable ad block or whatever. Those ad revenue little bits help me out quite a bit. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.